Kenya's embassy in Kinshasa says Deputy President William Ruto's remarks on inadequate milk supply in the Democratic Republic of the Congo triggered uproar in the country. In a statement, Kenya's ambassador to Kinshasa, George Masafu, said the consulate had informed Kenya's Foreign Affairs Ministry about the Congolese people's reactions to Ruto's utterances. Masafu said the embassy had informed the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Nairobi of the adverse reactions that the comments have triggered among the business community and general populace in the D.R.C. Ruto has clarified his remarks and talked about the opportunities within the African Continental Free Trade Area, which has opened up wealth creation opportunities across the continent, especially in agriculture and the food supply chain. Joining me now to help us understand this is Ababu Namwamba. Ababu, apologies there for stuttering on your name, and thanks for joining us. Now, WHO recently resigned. I beg your pardon. Please run us through how serious the comments made by the Kenyan Deputy President.
Thank you, and I am glad, I'm happy for this opportunity to join you. Really, this is a storm in a teacup. It is an attempt to build a mountain out of nothing, really. And what is important that this matter has since been clarified, and I have personally had occasion to meet the D.R.C. head of mission here in Nairobi, and we have laid this matter to rest.
Well, a strange reaction and a strange situation actually playing out now in Kenya, where the former opposition is in government and half of government led by the DP is in the opposition. Perhaps some non-Kenyans will like to know what's going on.
It is a strange situation. It's a very strange scenario where you find a leader of opposition who has abandoned his role to be the alternative voice and to provide alternative position to government, going to bed with government, and a sitting president who pretty much abandons his own government to embrace that kind of arrangement. But that is what it is, and what we can say is that Kenya is a democracy, and democracy entails a free choice. Though this is a situation that flips democracy on its head, because when people elect a government, they have a reason why they elect a government, and they expect that government to execute a certain mandate. There is a reason why democracy places a party or a leader in government and another party and a leader in the opposition. And the electorate and democratically would expect that each of them would play their respective roles in fulfilling the will of the people. And so the situation we have in Kenya is quite strange, and it's a situation which hopefully you don't want to see replicated elsewhere on the African continent. And I say this aware that across the world, democracy is under threat. Democracy is actually in recession. Kenya in this region, in the Horn of Africa region, the Great Lakes region, the East African region, is really like a lone candle in the wind in our commitment to upholding the tenets of democracy. And so we hope that this situation will not pose a threat. It does pose a threat, but we hope that it will not succeed. And we are particularly keen to ensure that state capture does not become a feature in our...
Let me jump in here, Ababu. And, the deputy president, a man who wants to be the next president, recently robbed the D.R.C. the wrong way, and you had to travel to D.R.C. to put out the fire. Tell Africa about this.
I have already said this at the beginning of my conversation on this show, that this has really been a storm in a teacup. Is much ado about nothing, much hullabaloo about nothing. Again, we see this as politicization of a very simple matter. We have explained this, and just for the record, I did not have to travel to the D.R.C. I met the D.R.C. head of the D.R.C. mission here in Nairobi. We had a very cordial, a very fraternal conversation, and we both agree that this is a matter that had been completely blown out of proportion. The Deputy President William Ruto has the highest regard for D.R.C., a country he has personally visited previously, and a country that he holds in very high regard, both in terms of the country, its people, and its leadership under the presidency of His Excellency Felix Tshisekedi. Deputy President Ruto is an Africanist, a Pan-Africanist. He believes in Pan-Africanism, and he's really looking forward, should Kenyans grant him the mandate to manage the affairs of Kenya. Deputy President William Ruto looks forward to making a very solid, very substantive contribution to advancing the African agenda, the Pan-Africanist agenda, through platforms like the East African Community, like the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, and just ensure that Africa is stable, Africa is proud, and Africa enjoys the
All right,
fruits of...
and now that you're making clarifications, clarify for us this. Did you abandon Raila Odinga?
Is that question directed to me as a person, or in what capacity?
As a person, please.
To me as a person. Yes, I have previously worked with Raila Odinga, and we parted ways several years ago. I was at one time Secretary General of Raila Odinga's ODM party. But I would tell you that I'm not alone. I'm not the only one who has abandoned Mr. Odinga. Deputy President William Ruto was at one time Raila Odinga's deputy party leader in his Orange Party. And many other leaders like Musalia Mudavadi, who was also at one time deputy party leader to Raila Odinga, Moses Wetangula, Kalonzo Musyoka. All these people have previously worked with Mr. Odinga. Even President Uhuru Kenyatta himself worked alongside Mr. Odinga in the formation of the Orange Movement. And so we have all previously worked with him, and there must be a reason why we have all, at some point, walked away.
Well, many thanks for your time, Honorable Ababu Namwamba.
Thank you very much for having me.